Hi, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Disc Large Pendant. This is the 139713. Beautiful, sleek, modern design. Very, almost like mid-century, really beautiful. I actually own this piece myself, so I can tell you a lot about it. Let's hop into details about it to begin with. Let's talk about the fixture body size. That's going to be independent of the rod it's hanging from. Coming in at 4.9 inches high, 23 inches in diameter. It's a pretty good size. Overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling. Hubbardton's going to give you a list. It's going to be on a chart way down there in the corner of all of the overall heights you can use for this fixture, and how you use them is you're going to be using different combinations of these rods. They'll be listed on that chart too. Another place to see all of that information and more is to look at the installations instructions. So if we're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's a good idea to look at this because it's going to show you tons of good information you're not going to see in a photograph or a video, but you'll see it there. It's going to show you a full parts list, how to put the fixture together. It's going to show you that there are frosted glass diffusers on the bottom and on the top of this. So if you are using this in a situation looking down from a second story, you won't be able to see any of the LEDs, nor will you be able to see them looking up into it. Just throws great light up and down. In addition to that, it's going to show you what it looks like inside even before you put the diffusers on. So it shows you the setup of the LEDs inside. It's going to show you the canopy setup, which is good, and how to put it together. And how you do put it together, Hubbardton Forge is going to be using a combination of these rods. And these rods have threading on the inside here, threading on the inside here, and connectors here. So the connectors have threading as well, and they go inside. And they basically just screw together really quick. And when you do, it's beautifully milled and engineered, so you barely even see a line. It's pretty cool. You're going to be getting a kit with this. It's going to give you 3 pieces of the 12. So let's take the 12 off. 12 inch. It's going to give you 1 piece of the 6, 1 piece of the 3. Okay, so let's go back for a second because we'll talk about the overall height range, and that you saw down there. So it's going to give you a range from anywhere from 10.1 inches, which makes this a semi-flush, which is excellent, all the way to 52.1 inches. In addition, this is going to ship with 118 inches of wire, which means if you need this to be longer than 52 inches, and you don't need it to be longer than, let's say 100, you need a little wire at the end of this, let's say 112 inches long, which is pretty long, it's like 10 feet. So you can just order extra kits, so just contact me about that, and it's pretty good to go. If you need it to be longer, like I said, then let's say 110 inches, drop me a quick email and say, I'm looking at the 139713, I need it to be X long. Let's say for you it's going to be 200 inches. Who knows, you might have a 2-story ceiling that's coming off of. I'm going to take your email, send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department. It's going to come back with an answer. We do customs every day. It adds a little time and money, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so I think we covered these guys. Why don't we talk about the canopy on this and how you kind of put it together. So you're going to be putting the fixture together. You're going to put it on a nice fluffy towel on a table. You're going to be taking the wires and just putting them through these little parts one by one. So you're not going to be putting the whole thing together first and trying to jam the wire up. Put them through the little parts, through a connector, through a pipe, through a connector, through a pipe. They're going to exit the canopy on the ceiling, and then you're going to just screw everything together, and it's a done deal, and it's really easy to do it that way. This canopy up on the ceiling is going to go over your 4-inch junction box. This is a 5-inch round canopy. It's also slope ceiling adaptable already to 45 degrees. There's a knuckle right there that's going to allow it to bend just like your finger does, and you're all set for 45 without any problems at all. Let's talk about the light that's going to come out of this, and there's going to be a lot of light coming out of this. This is a 28-watt dedicated LED, and that's going to give you estimated 1,400 lumens. That's a lot of light, and that's encompassing going up and going down, don't forget. That's about the equivalent of a 150-watt bulb. This is a dimmable fixture. You want to talk to your installer to make sure they put the correct dimmer on the wall for it. The nice thing about it is also the color of the light is going to be the one that I like and I talk about in all of our videos. You know, LED light out in the world comes in like 2700 Kelvin, super yellow, 4,000, 5,000, blue, white, hospital waiting room light. This is the nice light in the middle. This is the 3,000 Kelvin that is warm white, and that's the light that's coming down in my hands right now. So it would be the equivalent of this nice warmth, and can't say anything bad about it. It's an awesome fixture, and like I said, I own it myself. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.